How's it going, everybody? My name is Brandon, and I wanted to make a video about my cat, Ty, and you're going to see some pictures right now on the screen of him. He was such a great cat, and I actually lost him back in April of last year. Now that I'm making videos again, I wanted to make a special little sort of just tribute video about him, talk about him for a few minutes here, and of course I don't script my videos or anything like that, so I'm just, rambling into this microphone about Ty and whatever else comes to mind. So if you're interested in something like that, then sit back and let's get into it. Another reason I wanted to talk about Ty on this channel too, you might remember if you watched my videos in the past, a lot of channels that do commentary and such, they'll have just gameplay in the background or whatever, and I do that too, of course, but I also wanted to be a little different and something that I'd never really seen before on other commentary channels, which is to have just videos in the background of my cats. And again, that was actually a really big hit. People loved that, and people would always ask, like, how are the cats doing? Stuff like that. Hit me up in the comments and such when I didn't have them on screen. So it was a win-win for me because I got to record my cats, and that's, content for YouTube, while also having fun just hanging out and playing with my cats, which is like a great pastime, something obviously I love to do. So yeah, we have Ty and Marley. Marley, of course, I'm happy to report, is still kicking, still living the life, being a cat, but Ty had a very long life. He was born back in 2001, and one crazy thing to think about is that there might be some people watching this video right now that weren't even born then. That's insane to me. It was such a long time ago. He lived a full 18-year life. He was not one of the greatest. He was the greatest cat, my favorite cat, my childhood cat. I don't remember too much of life before him, and I can honestly still remember the day we went and we got him. We didn't get him from a shelter, unfortunately. It was from a breeder, but I remember going into this area of these just big houses thinking, oh wow, this is crazy. And we walk into this house and they have kittens, and I fell in love with one. It was Ty, of course. We couldn't bring him home that day because there's like requirements that you have to wait. They have to stay with their mother for certain weeks and stuff, and which of course is really good for them. And eventually, a couple weeks later or whatever, we brought him home, and that was that. He lived a long, full, happy life with us. He was the sweetest cat ever. He had such a great personality. He wasn't afraid of any other cats or dogs or anything like that. Like some pets, you introduce them to a new pet, or someone brings their dog or cat over or something like that, and some pets of yours will like shy away and like go hide or something like that. Not Ty. He would be right up in their business, sniffing them, getting to know them, and playing with them, and just being generally overall friendly. He did the same with people. He would never shy away from anyone. He would just have a great time and get to know you, and loved being petted by anyone. If he really trusted someone, like there was only a few people he did this to, he would come up and go up to your head and start licking your hair as like a sign of like, hey, you're cool with me, I'm gonna like clean you or something. I don't know, just like I thought that was like an ultimate sign of respect, and he only did that to a few people, but that was really cool. I really do wish I could play videos that I've had in the past of Ty. Unfortunately, those were all on my other laptop, my laptop I used to make videos with, and that laptop decided to just break down on me one day, so I lost all that footage, unfortunately, but I do still have some photos, which you're seeing now. Another thing we did with Ty is we taught him to fetch. Like that's usually something you do with dogs, but we'd throw his toy for him, he'd grab it, and he'd run right back and drop it right in front of us, and we'd throw it again, and he would just do that for ever. Unfortunately, in the last couple years of his life, he developed something called hypothyroidism, where basically, I'm not a scientist, but he would just eat and eat and eat, and his metabolism just was so high or something that he wouldn't absorb it, or like he wouldn't get the nutrients from it or something. He would eat and eat and eat, and he would just stay skinny. Like for the amount he ate, you'd think he would be huge, and he sort of reminded me of me, but he would just eat and nothing. So that was kind of a pain. It sucked seeing him always meowing for more food when we just fed him, but I guess it's something that happened, and something that happens, and it happened to him. Near the end, how he passed away, really, he just got really old and sick, like unfortunately a lot of pets do, and you could kind of just tell he just slowed right down. It was towards the end. Really, really sucks, but I wasn't able to be with him right at the very end. I literally just started a new job. It was my very first week. It was the Friday, actually, and Thursday night, like, I just knew, like, I could just tell it was coming really, really soon. I still had to go to work. I couldn't just take a day off so soon, so I tried to do my thing, get done work as soon as possible. I'm barreling down the highway because I work out of town. I deliver to all sorts of different cities and such. I'm barreling down the highway to get home to Ty when I get a message from my mom's boyfriend saying, hey, I'm really, really sorry to hear about Ty. And then at that moment I knew that he had passed and I didn't make it. But I just hope he knew how much I loved him. I know he did. And I just, in a way, I knew that he was in a better place and that it would take a little bit to get over it, but eventually you just got to celebrate how great of a life he had and celebrate how much just joy he brought to my life and how great of a cat he was. And that's what this video is about. So I'm going to raise my invisible glass. I don't have a glass in my hand, but let's just pretend I do. If you're drinking something right now, whether it be water, juice, beer, whatever, why are you drinking beer and watching a video of mine? But whatever, I'm not going to judge, actually. Go ahead. Let's raise our glasses to Ty and have a cheers to a great life that he had and what a great a joy he brought to other people's lives, including random people on the internet that watched him and loved him. That's so, I can't believe, that's amazing, guys. So, cheers to Ty. All right, so now on screen, you're seeing a brand new cat that you've never seen before. His name is Blade. After a few months, my uncle came to my mom and said, hey, I know someone, their cat had kittens, so we're trying to look for good homes. I'm wondering if you wanted one. And after a little bit of debate, she decided, yeah, let's get one. That's Blade. He's rambunctious as hell. He's still a kitten, of course, and he is so much energy, so much fun to be around. And, him and Marley don't always get along sometimes. They fight a little bit, but you know what? That's okay. They're getting to know each other still, and eventually, hopefully that won't be the case, but I just wanted to introduce you to Blade again, too. I want to do the thing where I have cats in the background of my commentary videos eventually, so you can expect to see him more in the future, that's for sure. Anyways, though, you'll see him in the future. Thank you so much for listening to me talk about Ty. It felt good to just sit here and say a few words about him. It's been a while. I still miss him, but I know he's in a better place, and I know I'm just really happy that he was a part of my life for so long. And yeah, if you made it this far, you really are the best. Go down in the comment section for me. Type the words laundry basket, okay? Just so I know that you got right to the very end, and will sort of confuse people that didn't make it to the end or that are still watching. They're going to say, why is there couple people in the comments saying laundry basket? I don't know. I've always liked to do that, and it would be really cool if you did that, if you are still watching. Anyways, guys, new content hopefully soon as it happens. We're going to talk about new YouTube news stuff. We're going to talk about maybe current events in the real world. We're going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And if that sounds interesting to you, then stick around and hit that notification button. That would be really super cool. Thank you all for watching, as always, and as I always say, help me think of an outro.